Let's start here with the moment of truth. Maybe you've been listening to this podcast series while commuting to work, folding laundry, or lying in bed, wondering what's next for you. Maybe you are new to Canada or United States, juggling all the challenges of settling into a new life, or maybe you've been here for a while but feel like you haven't fully found your place yet. Wherever you are, if something inside you has been whispering, there is more for me, then this final episode of this mini-series is your turning point. Not because I said so, but because you've done already something so powerful. You've shown up. And showing up is where change begins. Let's get started. Having been a teacher, I love guiding my students to enhance their skills, explore their passions, and unleash their creativity. Little did I know, I was actually helping them to lay the groundwork for their own unique paths. That's why I launched this podcast, to assist you in doing the same. Marketing Your Niche, it's all about discovering your niche, taking action before you are ready, focusing on consistent progress, and move ahead to building a profitable online business, even if you are not sure you are doing it right. Tune in for practical advice, actionable marketing tips and strategies to build a business that brings you more freedom, more profit, even more joy. Let's get started. This series of Marketing Your Niche wasn't just about business strategies or social media hacks. It was about helping you remember who you are underneath the layers of life transitions, doubts, and responsibilities. It was about helping you find the strength to turn what you already know, your story, your skills, your culture, your passions, into something profitable and meaningful. And most importantly, it was all about showing you that you are not alone in this journey. If you missed any of the episodes, I invite you to go back and listen to them. In episode 1, we talk about the importance of finding your niche, not the one society hands you, but the one that feels like home for you. In episode 2, we uncover how your past jobs and hidden talents can unlock your new business path. Episode 3 took you through validating your niche with real people, not just in your head. In episode 4, we laid out how to build your offer with confidence. Episode 5 gave you the tools to create a brand that speaks without shouting. Episode 6 introduced you to marketing in a way that feels human, not pushy. In episode 7, we broke down the financials and the legal essentials to get you set up for success. Episode 8 dove into how to balance business and personal life in a new country. And in episode 9, we explored inspiring real story life from newcomers just like you who created freedom by building their niche. And now we are here, episode 10, the end of the beginning. Let's talk action. The truth is, many people stop here at the inspiration phase. They get the motivation, the spark, the goosebumps, and then life pulls them back into the routine. Please don't let that be you. You've come so far to stop now. You have something that the world needs. Your story matters, your perspective matters, and your dreams are valid. One of the most common questions I hear is, where do I even begin? So here you go. Start with what you already have. Maybe that's 10 minutes in the evening after the kids go to bed. Maybe it's one day a week when you don't work your 9 to 5. Maybe it's just the courage to tell someone, hey, I have an idea. The small first step is how every success story begins. You don't need to have a perfect website. You don't need a fancy logo. You don't need 100k followers on Instagram. You need one thing, a commitment to keep going. Even when it's slow, even when no one claps, even when you feel like it's not working. The commitment is the foundation of every business you admire today. Let me share a quick story. When I first started my own journey, I was terrified. I had no business degree, no marketing experience, and definitely no money to invest. What I had was a deep desire to help others and the willingness to learn and to try. I remember launching my first offer and getting 2 people to sign up. I celebrated like it was $1 million contract because for me it was proof that someone out there believed in what I'm offering, and that was all I needed to keep going. So let me ask you this: what's your proof moment? Is it a friend who always asks you for an advice on something? Or a co-worker who tells you you should really start a business doing this? It is a gut feeling you can't shake. That's your signal. Don't ignore it. Now, I want to leave you with something practical. Here are a few steps to guide you the next move. First, define your niche in one clear sentence. For example, I help newcomer families support their kids' education at home, or I teach busy moms how to meal prep in under 30 minutes a day. That's it. No fluff, just clarity. Second, decide how you want to show up. Will you share tips on Instagram, write a blog, start a YouTube channel in your language? Choose the one that feels more naturally to you and commit to showing up once a week. Consistency beats perfection every time. Third, create something small to offer. Maybe it's a checklist, a 30-minute session, or a short ebook. Something that helps your audience solve a small problem quickly. The goal isn't to get rich overnight, it's to start creating value. Fourth, tell people what you are doing. This is the scary part, I know. But your community, your friends, your network, they need to know how they can support you. Share your journey, your why, your struggles. People connect with people, not polished brands. Fifth, keep learning. Listen to podcasts like this one. Read books like Start With Why by Simon Sinek, Atomic Habits by James Clear, and The 100 Startup by Chris Cotibo. Join online communities for newcomers, entrepreneurs, and niche creators. Surround yourself with energy that fuels you. And finally, celebrate every win. I mean it. Every tiny step matters. You posted your first reel? Celebrate. You got your first inquiry? Celebrate. You pushed through a week of doubt and still showed up? Celebrate. Because the journey is not just about the destination, it's about who you are becoming along the way. And remember, you don't need to have all the answers to start. You just need to start. Starting small doesn't make your dream any less significant. Every big journey begins with a single step, and sometimes that step looks like Googling how to register a business name, writing down 3 ideas that light you up, or telling a friend you want to finally try that thing you've been thinking about for years. It's in those tiny actions that your confidence builds and your path begins to unfold. Momentum doesn't come from knowing everything. It comes from doing something, even if that something is imperfect. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought. This podcast mini-series may be ending, but your story is just beginning. The world is changing fast. People crave connection, authenticity, real stories. And guess what? You've got all of that. You've lived through change. You adapted. You've learned a new culture, a language, a new way of life. That is resilience. That is strength. That is marketable. So, whether you are planning to build a digital course, open a daycare, start a cooking channel, offer consulting, or just test the waters with your first idea, just do it. Not someday, not when it's perfect, do it now. Start messy, start small, just start. If you love this series, please take a second to leave a review, share it with a friend, and let me know what resonated most. You can also connect with me personally. I would love to hear from you, and I would love to hear your story. Let's keep the momentum going, and don't forget to check out the previous episodes. If you are feeling unsure about your direction, go back to episode 1 to find your niche. If you are stuck on how to monetize your skills, episode 2 and episode 4 will give you clarity. If you are nervous about the legal side or taxes, episode 7 is your friend. If you are feeling overwhelmed by life in a new country, episode 8 will help you breathe. And if you need inspiration, episode 9 will reignite your belief. You've got this, my friend, and I've got your back. Here is to building a business and a life you love, on your terms, in your way, starting today. Talk soon, and thank you for being part of this journey.